Well, I think your question raises an issue of how do you go about talking about these issues in science and theology at all, and how can you make a place for both, or can you make a place for both? When you ask, did my neurons, is that all that's going on? I think if there's going to be a meaningful conversation, you first of all have to develop a taste for what I would call layered explanation, multiple levels of explanation. For example, if you ask me the question, why am I up here thinking right now? One answer is, well, because my neurons are connecting, the synapses and the neurons are firing and so forth, doing all the things that the neuroscientist talks about. And yeah, let's push that explanation as far as possible. But I could also answer the question, I'm up here thinking because, like the rest of us, I'm trying to understand. And then at an even deeper level, if I ask the question, why am I capable of thinking at all? I would have to say partly because the universe is intelligible. So you have three different answers. And the point I want to make is that they don't contradict each other. In other words, I don't say I'm up here thinking because I'm trying to understand rather than because the neurons are moving. But we live in a culture, and it's influenced by scientism, not science, but scientism, which is infatuated with explanatory monism. That is, there's only one valid level of explanation. And you see a lot of this in literature that comes from neurosciences today. And that's not science. That's a belief. You made a commitment to explanatory monism. That's not science. That's a belief system. Or, in my case, I would want to make a commitment to explanatory pluralism. That's a commitment, too. My view is that you're going to have a better chance of catching the rich texture of reality if you adopt as many different levels of approach as possible. And just taking the new understanding of the material understanding of what's going on in the brain as the only way to deal with these things, you could end up leaving a lot of things out. Mm-hmm.